Hi, welcome back to my kitchen.
She's in my kitchen. Mom came up to Cumberlachia, so you get 2 for 1 today. And we decided to cook out here since she hasn't been out here in front of the quail and the pigeon aviary yet. And she's already been building things. I'm going to put, when we have to take a little break here for everything to cook down here and the pasta and stuff, I'm going to show some pictures and videos of what she's been doing up here. She's made quail houses. She made a picnic, helped make a picnic table for the chickens to put food on. She's done all kinds of things, and she's having a ball.
Yes, I am. I love it. I love it. I love it.
So what we're going to do today is a creamy sausage pasta, and we're just going to throw everything together a little bit easier out here on the outdoor cooktop. I've already got 1 pound of sausage cooking off in here, and of course I'm using my cast iron out here. I was thinking about working back here on the Blackstone like I did the last time making a pasta dish, but I decided I want to break out my cast iron. So Mom's cutting up the peppers and the onions, and I really can't do anything until she gets that done.
Well, you're frying the sausage.
Well, sausage is just about ready.
Well,
and we're going to do this all in one pan, and I'm not boiling off the pasta first. You can boil your pasta first, or like what I like to do, because I like the flavor to get into the pasta. Because you know when you cook pasta, you put a lot of salt in the water to give it some flavor. Well, I like cooking my pasta directly in the dish. That way, it absorbs all the flavors, all the seasonings, everything I'm going to put in here. So I guess while Mom's doing that, I can start putting some seasonings in here. I'll put all of the list completely down at the bottom in case I forget to say something, and on my website, gregs-kitchen.com. So we're going to put about half teaspoon to a teaspoon of dried basil. And I didn't bring I don't have any basil this year because, as you know, my garden crashed.
I brought you some.
Dried basil?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got dried basil, but I'm going to use up what I got left in this. I do have my oregano. That's one of the things in the green stalk that did not get killed. So I dried it. So I'm going to put about 2 teaspoons in there. Now when you're using fresh, always use double what you would normally use in dried. So this is dried, so I'm just going to use 1 teaspoon. If it was fresh, I would use 1 teaspoon or 2 teaspoons. So
Do you want both?
what do you think? Do you think we should use 2?
How much pasta have you got?
14 ounces.
I think 1 might be enough. We can always put another one in it.
She's going to save this and she's going to give it to the chickens. I know she is. Here, you want me to put this pepper in to give you some room?
Yeah.
Or you could actually...
I love the chickens.
There you go.
They like me now. They didn't like me when I first got here. They wouldn't have anything to do with me. And then, as you know in some of my videos, I've been, if I have an extra tray left in my dehydrator, I throw the parts that we don't use, like right now we're putting it over here in the tub to take to the chickens, and I just dehydrate it. And I brought all that to them, and they like me now.
Yeah, they're loving her. Every time she walks by, they chase her instead of me.
Because I break it all up real little and give it to them, but they're so cute. I love them.
What all have you dehydrated this year?
Oh, I dehydrated all my spices. And I take my tomato peels and I dehydrate them, and then I grind them up. And then if I don't have a can of tomato paste, I'll put 2 or 3 tablespoons of that in, and it thickens it right up. So if you do that with your peels, you're just going to throw them away anyway.
Sorry, I'm going to reach in front of her and I'm going to open these cans while she's doing that.
But I dehydrate anything I can get hold of for the chickens.
What all did you have in your garden this year?
Oh, I had green beans, of course, and I brought you a bunch of them. And I had, of course, my onions and pickles, cucumbers. Oh my gosh, we had so many cucumbers. And I had peppers, which y'all have seen them because I did a video and showed them. They were nice. I went to the store today with Greg to get peppers, and I thought, oh, those are peppers because of what we had already used out of my garden and of those big ones that I've been raising. I did bring Greg some seeds, so hopefully next time when I'm here, we'll have seeds and get those planted and do the have plenty of the peppers, big peppers down here then too. There you go.
I might have had some peppers if that big old pine tree hadn't decided to crash into my garden.
It was big.
All right,
They
you gotta
finally
put the
got
onions.
it cleaned up. As a matter of fact, I planted onions in it today, in the garden today.
Yeah, walking onions.
Yes.
Tell them about that.
Well, my friend Charlotte's always raised the walking onions, and she started me on it, and it's so nice. You don't put them way under the dirt, just kind of on top, and they'll grow, and pretty soon you'll get this stalk that comes up that normally you'd break off and throw away, but it gets kind of big, a little bit thicker, and what it does is it gets little tiny onion balls like that, about the size of your thumb, end of your thumb maybe, on it, and those fall off on the ground, and you don't bother them. Just leave them lay, because that's why they're called walking onions. Those onions will start more, and then they'll grow up, then they'll start more. So Greg
I'm
planted.
gonna have a flower bed full, or a vegetable bed full.
Well, it's nice because I know last Christmas Charlotte was out of onions, and so she just went outside and chipped the ice off the ground, and dug up an onion.
All right, I did put 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and I use the tube tomato paste, that way I don't have to waste a whole can. But I put that in. I've already stirred it in. I'm trying to let it caramelize a little bit in with the sausage. Now you can use spicy sausage, regular sausage, whatever Italian, whatever kind of sausage you like. I'm just using a plain sausage, not spicy. Now I put a can of diced tomatoes in, and I'm not draining them because I want that juice in there.
I brought you 12 cans of that.
Well, I'm using up what I got.
Okay.
I'm saving the canned stuff for this winter in case I need it.
Okay.
And a can of my fire roasted peppers. Get all those out. So which one of the animals so far, and all I've got is animals with feathers. I got pigeons, quails, and of course chickens that you guys know of. Which ones are you liking the most so far?
Well, I love the chickens, of course. They're so pretty. But that purple pigeon, the quails and pigeons are right here. He's got one that's purple, and oh my gosh, she is so pretty.
And she's laying on 2 eggs right now. She had 2 eggs earlier in the spring. They were infertile. She was real upset when I took the eggs because they were infertile, and her and Prince, her mate, have decided to lay 2 more. So we've already got 4 babies in there. We went from 10 to 14. Now we got 2 eggs that they're sitting on, so we may have 16 within the next couple weeks.
They're all pretty, but that one, lavender's my favorite color, and purple. So anyway, and the chickens are just so lovable. They just want to play, and I like that.
Okay, so I've put all of these seasonings in. I need to put a little bit of garlic powder, probably about a half a teaspoon. And even though I'm putting the garlic powder in there, Mom would use 3 cloves of minced garlic. I don't have any minced.
Fresh, you're using
Fresh minced, so I'm using jarred minced.
As y'all know, my husband always dices them and cleans them for me. And I always have a little jar like this in my refrigerator. So
that's all mixed in. I'm now going to add, actually, I'm going to put the pasta in. Like I said, I like to cook the pasta in the juices. I'm using a campanelli pasta. It looks like a little corn. I'm going to just put that in. Now, if you were doing it normally, you would just put that cooked pasta in there at the very end. I'm going to cook the pasta in all of this. So to this, I'm also going to add 2 cups of water. And I brought my Jesus water from up front. And this is a pint jar, so this has just got over a little bit over 12 ounces. So we're going to need about a quarter jar of water. We just want to bring it up above the pasta in here so it can start absorbing, because it's going to absorb all this extra water. Don't think it's going to, actually, you know what? I'm using 24 ounces, 2 pints of water in there. I just want it covering over the pasta.
that's why I say make it your own, because you have to check it to see how much you really need. Sometimes you need more and sometimes you need less.
Now I would usually been using chicken stock, but you guys know I like to use better than bouillon. And if I can open it, and I got it, there we go. I'm gonna put about 3/4 of a teaspoon in there.
And I brought you a bunch of jars of that, of chicken stock too.
I am set for the winter. So there's my better than bouillon. I'm gonna mix that in. That's just gonna add more chicken flavor to it, a little richer umami flavor. I'm going to increase this temperature just a bit. This stove likes to go crazy. Let's see, we got the peppers in, we got all of these seasonings in. I do want to put a little bit more of her dried. You don't have to do this. I like it because it gives it richer tomato flavor. This is her dried tomato skins. And it's almost like using tomato paste. I like to use this in a lot of stuff. Just makes a little bit more tomatoey. So we got that in there. And we've got, only thing left is the cheese and the heavy cream. I'm going to put that in last along with the mozzarella.
Did you put this in?
Yeah, I already did the garlic powder. So I'm going to get this all stirred together. We're going to put the lid on it and just let it simmer same time you would normally for cooking pasta. And when you open it up, the pasta should be cooked and most of that liquid in there should be gone. So let's cover that up. I'm going to let that cook and we'll be back. In the meantime, I'll let you see some of the things Mom's been doing around here, some of the videos and pictures. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, it's been about 8 minutes. I'm going to add in about a half a cup of heavy cream. Give that a stir and just let it finish cooking. Okay, we're back, and it's been about 12 to 15 minutes. I got one hot pad. I only have one back here, so let's take that off. And the pasta is, I don't want to drop it. Pasta's all cooked down. Let me lean this forward for you guys so you can see it. The only thing we're going to do, Mom's getting in. If you watch her videos, she'll say this is good, and she stands there and like 20 bites at the end. There ain't nothing left. We ain't not ready to do that. So we're going to put about a third of a cup of grated Parmesan in there. And we're going to put half to a cup, whatever you like, of mozzarella. About 3/4 of a cup went in there. We're just going to stir that around. Mom can get a spoon and give this a taste and see if it needs salt and pepper. As you can see, putting the water in there with the pasta cooked right in there. You don't have to do two separate, and this pasta is actually absorbing all the flavors in there too, so it's not a plain tasting pasta. She's going to turn around and let the pigeon see her take the bite instead. Y'all. See? Told you. What do you need? Pepper?
Mm-hmm. No more salt. That is good. That is really, really good.
And we'll stand here with her while she does her next 27 bites that you do at the end of all your videos. I do too, but I turn the camera off. Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to let you grab the spoon over there. I'll tip it out and we'll pour it into the dish here. And then we'll make it pretty so we can get a good picture for everybody. Yeah, it's hot. I don't even know why I did that.
Yes. He always told me to do it that way. Sometimes
There we go.
I do and sometimes I don't. Well, that smells wonderful.
All right.
And that noise just scared me again.
We have acorns. We have squirrels up in the tree above us, and they're dropping the acorns down here so they can gather them for winter. And they hit that tin roof and scare you like crazy. So now let's get some dried chives and make it pretty. Okay, so we'll dip up a bowl here because Mom is dying to have another bite.
I can't see letting food set and get cold.
Even when it's a cold dish.
No, those I have to eat because I don't want them
There you
to get soggy or anything.
I'm going to give me a fork. And we'll give it a try as well. It's very good. You can use any, like I said, any kind of pasta or any kind of sausage in there, spicy, Italian, whatever you'd like. You could put some Cajun seasoning in here, really spice it up. The tomatoes, the diced tomatoes, you could even use them with the green peppers and add a little spice to it. This one isn't spicy because I didn't want something this late in the evening for us to eat something spicy. But y'all give this one a try. Mom's going to be up here for another day or so. Anything you want to say to them from Cumberlachia?
No, just I love it here. I had my spot picked
I'm
out
playing Mom.
for my I had my spot picked out and I showed him. I said I want my cabin right there. He said that's where the pigs go.
No, that's where the goats go.
Goats go.
And then she said over here, and I said that's where the pigs
go. So I guess I'll go back to Marysville.
Oh well.
We appreciate y'all joining us today. We love you all, bunches and bunches. And I just want to send a shout out to Joy. She's always doing so many things, sending me cards, sending me little gifts, which a lot of people send me cards, and I really appreciate it. I thank you so much.
We all love you. God bless, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.